What's going on, everybody? We are back with the second race of the DriveSmart to Daytona Challenge series here on iRacing at the Dover Motor Speedway up in Dover, Delaware. So, just taking a look at the car. Oh, Train Paints decided to refresh. So, this was finally getting out of Daytona, trying to, bounce back from 19th, try and slowly climb our way up through the standings in the next four races. So once again, I'm watching all this back after the fact just to give a little bit different perspective on what I was thinking instead of just the live stuff. I definitely am not the most entertaining live. I've kind of felt like I like doing this a little bit more. So just looking at it, going into this race, didn't qualify at Daytona, tried to play it safe, ended up with a 19th place finish. So not bad. I'd say out of 36 cars, puts me about the middle of the pack in points. Going into this race. So definitely feel like I have room to improve. If you look at the rounds, there were 6 pro drivers that made up the first round in the draft. That makes up the first sixth of the field. Then there was a second round of the highest I rating guys that are non-pro in this series, and then I was in the third round, so just a step below those guys. So when you take it everything into consideration, I'm kind of fighting out of my round to be 13th in these races. Is that would what should be respectable for where I would be I rating wise and skill wise. Ultimately, I think 10th or better is kind of my target, just to maximize and be the best that I can for myself as well as our team's points. Because going into this race, we also, in the team side of things, were last in points. We had a lot of our team get taken out at the end of the Daytona race. Guys that run up front got sent to the back in some of those wrecks as well. So we're looking to try and going in Dover here, step back, get into the swing of some more reliable racing. We can control our race a little bit more other than playing it safe. So going into Dover, I ran a good amount of practice. I'm really taking this as like a part of, it is a series and whatnot, but there are pro drivers in this. So it's a good way for me to judge kind of maybe where I need to improve because you can race against pro drivers any day of the week in official races, but the fact that there's 6 of them in here, they're all competing with one another, right? They all are just as good as each other, so they have to push every single lap. So to see them having to race that competitively in a series like this, where maybe they're not taking it as serious as the pro series itself, but it's still a good way to try and put yourself up to them guys and see some of the things that they do. So I'm going into this. Alrighty, so I ended up qualifying 12th here. The track cooled down kind of suddenly for qualifying, so the track actually gained like 2 tenths. So I went right out right away and did not notice that the track temp had changed. So I really was just kind of babying it around just from the hot, slick conditions that we had during practice. And it just kind of caught me off guard. I don't think I would have qualified much better if I gained a half tenth or so. So not a big deal overall. So the green flag went pretty well here. I'm just going to take a quick look at the first few laps. I really held hard to the restart zone here. Yeah, so we ended up got single filed out really quick. It kind of turned into like any other iRace where everyone just kind of singles out to one line and we're bumper to bumper. A few guys did slip up a little bit here and there, but ultimately I think I ended up riding around 10th as we got into the run. Wasn't exactly sure if it was going to go green or not after Daytona, right? It was a pretty long green flag run that we had. Wasn't sure if we were going to see the same here on a, more, you know, normal track, not a super speedway. So wasn't sure. Was just going to try and ride, save our tires, knowing that we weren't going to pit right away. If there was a yellow tire fall off, was huge here. So I was just looking to get in a rhythm and see what happens. So we'll take a look to further on into the run. So as I had mentioned, I wasn't sure if we were going to go on a long run or not. And now we're looking at, if I take a look here, we're at lap 49. We have gone green the entire time. I'm still running P10. It was a good run for me. I got in line, and as you can see, the sun's back out. The field has really split up. We were nose to tail for a long time to start the run, and it slowly started to, dissipate out and spread out. So I've caught the 2 cars in front of me, just they've been battling really hard, and I've just kind of slowly but surely caught up to them. At this point, I'm actually kind of wanting it to continue to go green as I've been catching them, and just rolling, taking my time. I had no pressure out back for the majority of the run. Sometimes there was a guy there, but most of the time I was able just to kind of pull on the long run. It was a lot of give and take, not as in swapping positions, but just someone would gain time on you and then you gain it back. I think it's a part of the new dynamic track is just you can give and take a little bit. As we see here, though, yellow is now out on the racetrack on lap 51. I think there was an incident out further back. I don't know if it had to do with pit road or anything like that. We were just about to make green flag pit stops. Our window was probably anywhere around 55 to 60 laps green. Just with tire fall off. We were falling off over 2 seconds. So we were definitely cutting it close to coming down to pit road. I was looking forward to it. Pit road here would have been a challenge, but we made a pit stop under yellow, which I think for some was definitely a saving grace for sure. Alrighty, so we are back green going off in a turn one after that pit stop there and in yellow flag. I'm at a normal pit stop, came back out right where I was. I slowly but surely through these yellows do keep picking off some spots. Got the 19 of Chris Hill here to my outside. He'll be a familiar face throughout the rest of this race. Sneak or teaser, he pretty much leads me all the way up through the field. But as you can see up the road here in front of this blue car, we have Bobby, my teammate, up ahead of me. He's the pro driver on my team. So I was feeling pretty good working with him, not directly, but just knowing that he was there, kind of watching him, seeing what he was doing. As of right now, I'm just concerned about maintaining my spot, making sure I'm doing what I need to do to conserve tires. I'm just kind of floating around, seeing what's happening. As you see here, I go up to the top. The top was starting to become the preferred lane. It was the bottom saved tires better, but the top rolled better. You could carry more speed up there. You could pin guys down on exit and really made use of it. As you see Bobby making a quick move around Garrett Means up the road there and continuing to try and charge around the outside. So I'm just continuing to roll, take it easy, and we'll continue this until the next incident. All right, so next yellow came out. It was, once again, a little bit further back in the field. When we had 2 cars speed on pit road, we did come back down pit road. It was only 10 laps, but like I said, tire fall off was huge here. So I'm up to P7. So now I'm behind Bobby here. Got a Mr. Jaden Kurtasi to my outside. Me and him practiced a little bit during the week to try and get prepared for this. We're good friends, so we figured we'd see what we had for each other, and obviously we're racing right next to each other, so we kind of knew what we had. But as you see here, just trying to get back riding. This was just with about on lap 70, so 50 laps to go, so plenty of time left to burn the tires up. If it did go green, well, we could make it to the end now, so it was definitely of concern to make sure that we were saving our tires. So you see Bobby looking a little aggressive, hitting the apron there in turn one. I was just down to ride. Chris is still rolling the top pretty easy. So it's just one of those things where I'm just starting to study. You got a lot of good guys in front of me, just really trying to ride by my time, not make any mistakes myself. It's, you can't take yourself out of the race. So just riding here, taking it easy, being patient, and we'll continue on. So this is a few laps later. As you can see here, I'm a little wishy-washy behind Logan Clampett here going down the front straightaway. This is on lap 80. I get a little excited. I see Bobby driving up to the leader. I figured I'd make a little jab at making some moves, so I decided to roll the outside here, and once again, pretty preferred here. And I actually end up kind of not really much I could do. I end up 3 wide on the top to the outside of Garrett Maines and Logan Clampett, and it stuck, rolling good. And then I tried to get back to the bottom here to pinch off Garrett here, which worked. I don't think Garrett was much of a fan of it because, like the next lap, he rolled back around me on the outside. So as you can see here, he just kind of rolls up, and I think he gets me the next lap. So kind of an aggressive move, but I did get up to 5th. I didn't stay here as Garrett rolls back to the outside, but just a kind of interesting move that was not on the broadcast. They were focused on Bobby doing Bobby things and going to take the lead, but I was having fun out back here, needless to say. Okay, so this is skipping past the next yellow that we had.
Unfortunately, Mr. Jaden Kurtasi was penalized for speeding on pit road. What a bum. Um, as we can see there, I had a cancerous restart of spinning the tires at Dover like anyone should. That was terrible. We'll focus on not doing that again. I got too much in anticipating the start and checked up, and then I had the guy behind me on my bumper. And as soon as I went, I I was getting pushed and I lit the tires up. So we'll learn to do that better next time. As you can see here, just trying to get the momentum back, try and fend off anybody that was going to come for me from behind. That was the last caution of the race. Garrett Maines out there in the lead. He took 2 tires, something that I don't think anyone thought would work with how bad the tire fall off was. It was mainly on the right sides, but the left sides wore pretty good as well. So right here, I'm just trying to kind of fight off, maybe get around Chris. He would have rolled back by me around the top. I end up just kind of slipping. He gets clear of me, and that's it there. But running, P6 here. I'm feeling really good, having a lot of fun. This was with about 90 to go, so 30 laps to go. Plenty of time to burn the tires off. So I'm just trying to keep the balance. Here, there's such a momentum track, something that I didn't really see coming until I started practicing and felt how the balance of the car would shift. You really had to be careful about keeping it on the right front at some aspects during the run, and then trying to position the car to get on the right rear at other points to keep the balance of the right side tires in check to make sure, it was really hard. If you got tight on exit, you were dead. So you would just push up to the wall, have to lift, and like I said, momentum track, you can't be lifting on exit. You have to be, committed there. So just tried to survive here at this point. Like I said, it was the final run of the race, so I'm just trying to ride. Obviously not knowing if it was the final run, and so we're just gonna, watch the guys in front of us, get after it. As see Tucker Minter there really getting after it, and he will proceed to. That was definitely on the broadcast. We'll not cover that, but yeah, just riding, having fun, just trying to survive and maybe catch a top 5 here. Okay, now it's less than 5 to go, and as you can see, we are moving up the track big time. I think the pace just got elevated just kind of naturally where everyone started to move up the track. I think there was a lot of speed up there. Tire savings. I think I was able to manage the balance pretty well and come out okay by moving up the track. So overall, did well running P7 right now. I think it was only Logan Clampett that got back by me after that yellow drove up past me. But just trying to ride, get to the end here. I had no pressure out back, so it was just, see if anyone did anything crazy in front of me, which they looked like they were starting to settle down. Somehow, someway, Garrett Maines checked out. He's still leading on that 2-tire call. My teammate Bobby ended up driving up to second, so pretty solid day for us. Unfortunately, a lot of my other teammates did get taken out in some of those yellow flags that we had, so not a great points day for my team by any means. We're still last in points, but this, as we come around, we're taking the white flag here. We'll come around to finish P7, put me 9th in points. So I jumped from 19th to 9th after week 2 here. So sitting really good in the championship as a whole. Our team obviously not doing as good, like I said, P last, but we'll keep fighting. The next race is at the Nashville Super Speedway. It's actually, as the time this video is going to get posted, it'll probably be the next week or so. So just want to thank you all for watching, and tune in for next time as we see the carnage of the post race shenanigans down in turn 1. So yeah, once again, I want to thank you all for watching, and tune in next time for the Nashville Super Speedway race. And if you want to check out the DriveSmart warranty channel, they live stream these races. I'll be honest, the quality is kind of iffy, but you have nothing better to do at 8 p.m. on a Thursday night. You can check it out on the next race. It's the first week of January, so whatever that Thursday is, you can check them out on the DriveSmart Warranty YouTube channel at 8 p.m. So I want to thank you all once again for watching, and we'll see you all next time.